Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike, and I'm here to play another game of Civilization. I chose a random civilization, and I got Alexander of the Greek Empire. We got 3 unique units, and the Agora as a unique building, going for a diplomatic victory. Now, it looks like I've started in the tundra, which is not a good start for me. I got some salt there, some marble, and a stone. It's not terrible. Could be better. Tundra's not that great, though. I might want to move up and see what I can get. Moving up, I think there would be a good spot. It'd be nice if I could get a little closer to the coast, but I don't want to get too far away from the salt. There's my city of Athens. Not bad. Nothing good from those ancient ruins. That's a shame. Oh, another ancient ruins. Alright, so that first ancient ruins was a bust. Got nothing out of it. But here's the second one. Let's see what I can get. Just a map. Not that great. Oh, but I see Japan off in the distance. Now, should I go for liberty or honor? I am close to Japan, but I think I can hold off on getting honor. I think I'll just get liberty for now. Another ancient ruins. How fortunate. Ah, the Germans.
Des
Wow.
großen deutschen Volkes heiße ich euch.
Alright, so I'm next to Japan and Germany. This is going to be a very war-torn game. Ah, but I got upgraded to hoplites. Stronger than the spearman, it replaces and also receives a combat when adjacent to friendly units. Excellent.
敬を心よりお願い申し上げまする。
Konnichiwa, Oda Nobunaga of Japan. I look forward to going to war with you very soon. Interesting. Okay, I met a Brazilian scout even farther to the north. So I have Germany and Japan and Brazil in this game. To the south, I have found a lot more tundra. A lot more land than I was expecting, but it's all tundra. Not that great. Tundra and snow. And Brazil has gotten the first pantheon. Goddess of Protection. 30% increase in city ranged combat strength. And nothing impressive. I stumbled across some more ancient ruins. Come on, big money. Another dud. Alright, oh, but here's another one. And I've got archery. That's better. This is shaping up to be a pretty large continent, but also somewhat narrow. Okay, so I've explored a decent amount of this continent. I have my city of Athens right here, the capital. A lot of tundra, a lot of garbage, a lot of snow. Not much room to expand to the south. To the west, I've got a decent amount of forested tundra. That might be worth settling. Then I have Japan, here in Kyoto. They could be a problem. They could keep to themselves. We'll see. And then right near them is Rio de Janeiro. Yes, Brazil, right there, in the middle of not much jungle. Actually, a lot of forest. It'll be pretty different for Brazil. They normally get jungle, but they got forest now, so maybe they'll actually have a decent start. Even further north than that, we have, past all this livestock, Germany, Berlin, a bunch of cotton around Germany, and Japan and Germany just declared friendship. So they could possibly be a force that I'll have to fight against both of them at the same time. That could be a negative. Zurich right here, no big deal. I found Kathmandu, which gave me... I was the first person to meet Kathmandu over here to the northwest. They gave me a bunch of faith, so maybe I'll get my pantheon and hopefully a good religion. There's some unexplored territory right here, but for now it's shaping up to be a very north-south, narrow continent. Berlin at the very top, Brazil in the middle, Japan middle south, and then at the very bottom, near the tundra, Athens. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, this is great. Bismarck just offered friendship to me too, so instead of fighting all of them, maybe we could have, if nothing else, a temporary alliance. Another pantheon was founded. An unknown pantheon. An unknown civilization got god of war. Gain faith if you win a battle within 10 tiles of your city. Maybe the Aztecs are in this game. I took a look over here. You got Bismarck going for honor. That's not great. Japan also going for honor. I'm probably going to have to fight them. I got Brazil here, right here. He's going for piety, so you got first religion, you got piety. You got the first pantheon, he's got piety, so he's probably going to start spreading his religion to me too, so I might have to start conquering everybody. It also seems like this continent does stop right here. It just has this little peninsula off to the west with on it and not much else. This is pretty much what I'm going to be dealing with in the immediate future. I found one of the world wonders right here, the natural wonders, Sri Prada. Yeah, that's too far away from me. It's right next to Brazil. They'll probably try and get it, but it's so far away I'm not going to even try. Oh, this is interesting. I just met another civilization. Polynesia sent a scout over here. Probably from another continent. Maybe I can get to them with triremes eventually. But it's good to know that they're in the game, because with Pedro and Polynesia and Japan, it's looking like there's going to be a lot of contenders for a cultural victory. Not so much for a diplomatic victory, though. So maybe that's what I'll try and go for. It's going to be difficult, though, because I'm only near Yerevan, Kathmandu, Zurich, and as far as I know. There could be more nearby, but they have to be over water, I guess. And another pantheon was founded. Unknown civilization worshipping desert folklore. Not bad. Probably Arabia, perhaps, or Egypt. Someone that started on the desert. It's unfortunate that I haven't gotten my pantheon yet. I thought maybe I would after meeting that religious civilization. Alright, I am happy to say I finally have the ability to found a pantheon. The question is now, what pantheon do I want to found? I think, given that I will probably be going to war with a few civilizations in this game, I'm going to want extra happiness. So I'm going to go with Goddess of Love, which gives me +2 happiness from cities with a population of at least 6. I'll probably have a few of those cities, so this will come in handy, if this can become an actual religion.
Deveremos prosperar através do
Alright.
comércio.
Brazil. Pedro the Pious of Brazil has offered me friendship, which is great because now we have a big old circle of friends. Look at that. Look at all that green. That is not going to last for long. It's worth noting that Polynesia is the only one that I see who has gone tradition. We got honor, honor, piety, and I am the only one that I know of that's gone liberty. So I should have no contenders for the pyramids, so I probably should have started building pyramids instead of workers. Bah. But it's time for me to finally get my second settler. Oh, where am I going to settle with him? This tundra is a lot of open, uncontested area, but man, I do not like to work on tundra. I've got a couple of good spots here. Salt, salt, horse, deer, deer, deer. But, it's better to forward settle, I suppose. I've got this area right here. This is nice. It's not too far away, easily defendable. Put it between me and Japan. Or even further north, a little less defendable, but I'd get wine, more salt, some buffalo. Tricky decision. Seeing as how there's only fur resources here, I'm actually going to try and go a little further north. I'm going to have to start building up my troops quickly though, because Japan, I'm sure, will not be happy about that. Oh, there are already 3 warriors. My biggest problem with this settlement is that it's going to be very easily attacked. There's flat land all around. No mountains, no hills. It's just straight up easy to be attacked. If I settled down here, it would be harder to attack me because I'd have the entire forest here on this side. But the resources are just too great to the north, so I'll take a risk and plant my settler right here. Yep. Let's set him down. It's a beautiful scenic location, but Oda is not going to be happy about that. Sure enough, here he is, telling me that this was not a good idea. I'll try and be nice. We'll refrain from settling near you, now that we've taken the best spot. Oh, Pedro is also displeased. I'm sorry. We'll try not to settle so close to you. I was not the first one to settle a second city. Germany beat me to it. He settled up here in this area I haven't been able to explore yet. Hamburg. This does not look like a very good settlement spot. He's got some fish and some cotton, and that's about it. But who am I to judge? Maybe it'll turn out to be better than I think. As for me, I need to start defending myself because... Yes. Yes. Okay. Look at that. I've never had such a beautiful circle of friends. Everyone's friends with everyone. Ugh. Hopefully this will be enough to offset the "you settled too close to me" penalty I just received. I received a notification. Polynesia has got their pantheon. It took them even longer than it got me to get a pantheon, so I guess I can't complain. God of the open sky. Culture from pastures. Not too surprising that Polynesia went for more culture. I wonder how many pastures they have. Yep, just as I suspected. Way off on the side. Probably on the second continent. I actually don't see too many places to get culture from pastures, so everyone's got their second city down, it would seem. There's Greece, right there, with Sparta right there, in between Kyoto and Brazil. Japan's second city, not too far away, a little bit north. Brazil's second city, a little bit east. So they're surrounding me. This is a good spot, I think. If I can claim this territory down here, it won't be that bad. We got Brazil, and we got Germany over here with Hamburg. This silly little Hamburg. I guess he just really wanted some fish. This whole area has been unsettled. This whole continent with city-states on it, unsettled. Look at that. Look at that. That is a rare sight to see. Everyone that I've met so far has declared friendship with everyone else. It's a star pattern. It's beautiful. I've never seen that before, and I probably never will again. It's interesting. It's also fascinating to know that every one of these friendships is a lie. We're all planning to stab each other in the back, especially you, Japan, and especially you, Germany. And I don't trust you either, Brazil. Polynesia, I've only seen one of your scouts, but I just do not trust you. Unfortunately, I'm finding a bigger problem here is that I'm starting to run low on money. With all my troops, I haven't built a single caravan yet. I'm trying to in Sparta, but it's going to take a while. Meanwhile, the pyramids are almost finished in Athens. And once I do that, I'm going to have 2 more mouths to feed, so I'm going to lose money even faster. So I'm going to get that first caravan out as fast as possible, and then immediately start working on a second one as soon as I can, as soon as I have that second trade route open. I really need to start focusing on saving up my money. I hope I don't have to get rid of any troops. Maybe one of these scouts, but it's such a waste to build a troop and then delete it so early in the game. The first religion of the game. Brazil has founded Catholicism in Rio de Janeiro. Well, since I'm probably going to eventually get Catholicism in my city, let's see what we have. Oh, more defense for each city. This is going to make conquering these cities even harder. Use faith to purchase cathedrals. Those are nice, but they're better for going for a culture victory, which I was not planning on doing. And +2 faith. Okay, so he's just building up his piety even more. Well, that's Catholicism, the first religion in the game. Probably going to spread around here. Definitely going to spread. Germany doesn't even have a pantheon yet. Neither does Japan. So, Brazil. Brazil will probably spread Catholicism throughout the entire continent unless I get my own religion. And I'm going to need to get one soon. I've got, my Pantheon is just giving me +2 happiness in Athens. Which is not terrible, but I'm starting to think maybe I should have picked a different one. And a success! I have finished building the pyramids. As far as I know, I'm the first one with any wonders. Yep, that is the first wonder of the game, as far as I know. So now I'm losing 6 gold per turn. I'm going to be broke in about 6 turns. This is not something that I planned for, so definitely going to have to fix that as soon as possible. Once I've done researching companion cavalry under horseback riding, I'm going to have to make a beeline for currency, because my science is going to start suffering something terrible. But for now, let's get you guys working. Now, Kathmandu. Friends with Kathmandu. They're going to give me more faith. Well, maybe I'll get the second religion after all. Wouldn't that be nice? Also, another civilization has started worshipping, well, faster border growth. I haven't met them yet, so that's, I think, the 5th pantheon of the game. 5th or 6th, yes. But we just have Catholicism. That's all we have so far. I have an unexpected turn of events here, as I send 2 of my workers up to Sparta to improve some of my luxuries and hopefully get more money. I will be broke in about 3 turns, but the thing I wanted to point out is Japan settled their 3rd city down here in the tundra, the snowy tundra. This isn't a terrible spot. They get horses and salt and a luxury, 2 luxuries. It's not that bad, but it's actually a good city worth conquering. I'll let that build up a little bit and keep Sparta defended. Maybe send my troops. Maybe Tokyo will be the first conquest of the game for me. We'll see. We'll see. Well, everyone just renewed their vow of friendship with each other, which is great, but I have started to incur scientific penalties for not having any money in my bank account. So I need you guys to start working as soon as possible. I need you to hurry up and finish that caravan. I need you to dig up that salt. Not that it'll get me any more money, but I'm working that tile. Alright, Pedro just got the 2nd world wonder, the Temple of Artemis. That will help his growth. Not that he really needs growth, being that he's Brazil and he's surrounded by jungle tiles, but yeah, he is the leader right now. He has a wonder. He's got domination of religion of the entire continent. I was more worried about Japan and Germany, being that they're warring civs, but I think Brazil is going to be probably the toughest nut to crack in this game. He is going to be a religious and cultural powerhouse, I'm sure. Meanwhile, I'm still losing money. Looking at Brazil, it looks like it's going to be pretty difficult to take them. They are in a very wooded area. You get maybe 2 archers over here and 1 melee unit, maybe a couple on the sides. Even Sao Paulo, they're going to have to fight their way through this jungle. If they come through Munich, maybe they can go naval invasion from this direction, but even still, it's very wooded, very naturally defended. Kyoto's pretty open, so if I go to war with Japan, I'm probably going to get some ranged troops and assault it. They are about as open as I am, except they have their backs to the sea and I don't. I just have a lot of open land. Polynesia just finished building the Terracotta Army, which doesn't bother me because they're on an entirely different continent. Go ahead and build the army that you wish. It's not going to be a problem for me for a while. I have a barbarian encampment down here. I'm going to conquer that barbarian encampment and get some money. Not that I need to, because my economy is doing great now. I sold 2 of my workers off, dismantled them, and sold Polynesia some wine. Right now I'm building some walls in Sparta which don't cost any maintenance, so I've become a little bit more savvy with my money. Religion founded. Alright. Who founded what? An unknown civilization has created Protestantism. Interesting. So we have Catholicism here and Protestantism on probably the separate continent. Let's see what that religion is. Protestantism. Gain 200 gold each time a city is converted, and use faith to purchase monasteries. Monasteries and cathedrals. That leaves the other buildings available for me if I can get If I can possibly get a religion, wouldn't that be nice? Sparta? Let's see. Sparta's doing decently. I think it's time for me to get out a third city. Or start planning on conquering Japan's. Oh, do we really want to go to war with Japan? Japan, who has 3 points in honor? Alright, Polynesia and I just renewed our declaration of friendship. So, the Star of Friendship has been restored. Everyone is happy, everyone is friends, and even better, I just got a notification that I kept my expansion promise. So now I can expand without any diplomatic penalty, which I'm going to do. I think I'm going to settle right here. Very defensible. We got 4 pieces of jungle, 1 hill, and then open land, but over river. So it's very easily defendable. Sparta's still going to be very open, but I think this is going to be a good location. Sparta, new city, Athens. And down here is Tokyo, which, you know, maybe I'll let go. It's interesting. I've never had a game go with this many friendships. Everyone's at peace. Everyone. No problems whatsoever. Japan and Germany have to be feeling pretty silly because they both went for honor and then went for perpetual friendship. So they're not going to do any conquering. At least not in the immediate future. Maybe later. But for now, it seems like a big waste of starting opening. Alright, I'm going for the Oracle. Gonna get that. It's gonna go nicely right next to my pyramids. Looks like someone else started a religion though. Islam. So we have Catholicism and Protestantism and Islam, but only Catholicism is on this continent right now. I have no idea who else is in this game. I can only assume maybe Hiawatha. Hiawatha would explain why there is Protestantism and why there is no happiness if you just keep spamming cities. That could be the issue. Islam, though, that could be Arabia. I don't know. Could be anyone, really. Now, as I said before, we got Polynesia, we got Brazil, we got Japan. I'm really not looking to go for a culture victory because that would be a lot of people for me to conquer, especially when Polynesia and Brazil are at the top of the charts right now. They are going to be the strongest empires, and they are going to be heavily focused on culture. They're going to have a lot of culture for me to defeat. So I don't think I'm going to go for a cultural victory. And my military advisor just warned me that Polynesia has a military that can wipe me off the planet, which doesn't scare me too much because he's on the other side of the planet, but even still, Polynesia is going to be a beast to try and deal with. Now, because my military is not that great, and I haven't gone honor, and I haven't conquered anyone or anything yet, and we're all friends, I'm not really considering a domination victory at this point. So that leaves science and diplomacy. Now I am behind in technologies. I'm at the very bottom. Now I could play catch up. I mean, that's what you do in games like this, but I think the best bet would be to go for a diplomatic victory. That is what I'm going to go for. And that means now I could get a great profit, and that means I could start my own religion and start spreading it around. No one else has a religion besides Brazil. He has not spread it to other civilizations yet, so I could get that going. I don't know if I want to compete with Brazil for religion though, because he went full piety, almost full piety at this point. So Catholicism is going to be very difficult to defeat. Cathedrals wouldn't be bad to have in my city, and he's going to get more faith the more he spreads, so it's going to be a lot of faith to try and fight. So I think I'm not going to spend my great person on that, but I think I'm going to go for a great engineer. I think that's the best bet for now. Okay, I was going to build the Great Wall, but Pedro beat me to it, so I think I'm just going to plant him down. I kind of wish I'd gotten a scientist instead. I am behind in tech, so it probably would have been the best bet, but live and learn. Okay, now a few things have happened. First of all of my pelts have gotten an upgrade to Composite Bowman, and that satisfied my military advisor. He's not freaking out about Polynesia anymore. I successfully built the Oracle, and I got a notification that Protestantism was just enhanced. So now that is the full religion, the first full religion of the game, Protestantism. Plus faith from desert. Oh, I guess Catholicism was upgraded earlier and I didn't notice it. Catholicism, missionary strength 50%, and may build universities. Protestantism, 20% combat strength near, in faith to purchase monasteries, and the coveted pagodas, and then mosques in Catholicism. Alright, so I'm not going to mind Catholicism too much because I got mosques and another building, which is good because it just spread to Sparta, so that's probably what I'm going to spend my faith on. Once I have the ability, I'm going to get a mosque. Alright, so I've settled my 4th city. I finally have a coastal city over here in Argos, the very far west of the continent. So I have a straight line pretty much from Athens to Corinth to Argos, cutting off Japan's access to Tokyo. He doesn't seem to mind it. I wouldn't blame him if he was angry about it, but he's fine with it. Probably because we're all happy. We're all just a circle of friends here. We've all got open borders to each other, except for Japan and I, but it's all great. There's really nothing much to say. Now I'm just connecting Corinth to Argos, going to get this city connected, and just keep growing the empire. Brazil's religion is spreading pretty fast. I got Sparta right here. I've got enough to get a mosque. I got my first faith purchase in Sparta. Excellent. Sparta is where all of my caravans are coming out, so I'm building a caravanserai there. My happiness is flat right now. I've got a couple of places building coliseums, but my economy is going great. Alright, I've just received the notification for the people with the pointiest sticks. Unmapped player, then Japan, unmapped player, and Polynesia. And at the very bottom is me, about 400 points. Looks like Oda Nobunaga's got an army about twice my size, but that's alright. I'm pretty good for defense. I've got a couple of good ranged troops, and I've got the terrain that supports me. Brazil just finished the Great Mosque of Jen. Polynesia got the Hanging Gardens. And poor Japan has not built a single wonder, just 3 points in honor and 3 points in patronage. So he's probably going to be my biggest rival when it comes to going for a diplomatic victory. Bismarck's trying for aesthetics. That's a bit silly because you've got Brazil and Polynesia to deal with. You know, sometimes you have a really war-torn game where no one's your friend, and sometimes you've got a very peaceful game where there is no war, and this is one of those games. I've had no problems with any of my neighbors. We're all still friends. Most of us still have open borders with each other. No concerns or complaints. I've seen a couple of Japanese troops down here, quite a lot of samurai. My military advisor is very worried about Japan. I don't think he would be reckless enough to cause such a diplomatic penalty as to just start a war with me. But even still, I'm going to have to start building up a small contingency force in case Japan starts to attack me. My 4 cities are going alright. Brazil finished his 4th wonder just now, the Angkor Wat. Not that bad, but it's really been quiet. I don't know what's going to go on with this game. Right now I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I build mosques wherever I can now that my cities have all adopted Catholicism. They're building workshops and just being very productive cities. And I'm working my way to Caravel so I can explore the world and see what else is out there, because maybe the other continent is a bit more interesting.